Hello, everybody. Catherine,
This is amazing.
new studio.
Our new setup, our new studio.
My name is Ivana Milicevic,
I'm Catherine Kelly.
and we've got notions about ourselves.
Lots of fictions.
And we are really excited to be here in this new studio. Our old one went kaput
Did.
just while we were on vacation, living our best lives, ready with a new guest. But Shane and Owen are still with us, and they took pity on us.
And came to our rescue.
Came to our rescue,
Yes.
thank you very much, and brought us to their new stud, D2 to the studio.
Yes.
D2 Studios. Is that the final name?
Yep.
Yeah, D2 Studios.
D2.
And isn't it gorgeous?
Well, we did help decorate.
Well,
Well.
who doesn't love a trip to IKEA?
They weren't very happy with us decorating at first, but then
But then they saw the light.
Yeah, they did.
But what husband is happy with us decorating
No,
and our big
none.
ideas until they're happy afterwards?
No, they are devastated when we mention any trips to IKEA or anything.
Or any kind of shopping whatsoever.
You brought me to IKEA. I'm not a huge fan. I have a small allergic reaction to IKEA.
Yeah, but
But,
what do I say?
well, you say good design is good design.
Good design is good design. You don't buy everything from
No.
there, but once in a while, they really thought it through
They did.
since the 60s.
Yeah, no,
know?
it is good, but people do break up, relationships break up. I've seen people fight in IKEA. I've seen people walk off. Do you know what I think the secret is?
What?
Get in there and eat something. Now, I know this sounds crazy.
I love a meatball.
Well, not at 9:30 in the morning. I will not do meatballs at 9:30 in the morning. I was like, no, I'm not having meatballs this early. But you're going to be there a long time.
Yeah.
You are.
You need to buckle up.
You
You
need
need to
to-
engage your core
You do.
and do it. But IKEA is not the only place we went, is it?
These fluffy little
We
chairs.
found these fluffy little numbers at Easy Living Furniture.
Very different from the
And
other.
that beautiful Anne was helping us out. And I just feel like this put it all together. What we're looking at is like these boucle cream chairs. I think they're called elephant chairs because they've got that little leg in the back.
Oh,
That's what they're called, this style of chair. Or
Cute.
so I say.
they're so cute. I love them. I love the chairs.
I'm really stoked.
Yeah. Well, there-
And our beloved Shane had a really good idea for us for
he
this
did.
episode.
yes,
We've got a really fun one for you. We have asked our fans, yes, plural, to ask us some questions that we would answer because this is episode 7 and this will be the last episode of our season 1. And I was really adamant about 7 for some reason too, from the
lucky
beginning.
number 7 or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't want even numbers.
I
You were like,
wanted, yes,
yeah.
I wanted something akimbo,
Okay.
which is
you
what we
got it.
got.
Yeah.
So thank you, Shane, for that really good idea. And shall we
Oh yeah, sure.
get into our questions?
Yes. Well, this one is definitely for you. So loved the first season. Anything Ivana would like to share about being on Friends? And this is from the unknown illustrator, and it's clearly for you.
Oh, did you not do
I
an
was
episode
not
of
on Friends,
Okay,
no.
then it's for me. So I have a couple funny stories. One, the thing that stood out for me most about Friends, because I think I did season 8. So they were working about 3 days a week.
Okay.
That's how long it took them to prepare an episode, rewrite it, rehearse it, and then shoot in front of a live studio audience. Usually it's 5 days. And the last 2 days, which are the final rehearsal and the shooting, well, you're there till 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
Right?
So it's a long
But not
day.
them. They were so tight. They were so locked into what they were doing. It was incredible to watch. And then you see why a show like Friends is Friends and other ones
Kind of.
just aren't as iconic. They're still great. I'm not saying it. They were incredible.
Yeah.
And I have another really funny story
Tell
about
me.
Matthew Perry. So like a couple weeks before I got offered to be on Friends, and it was the one with Ross's funeral, I think is the name of it.
He comes back to life for
He
you.
fakes his own death to see if anyone would show
Yeah.
up. Anyway, and rest in peace, Matthew Perry. We used to see him out all the time. He's friends with a lot of my friends, or was, and he loved cars. And I remember him walking me to my car one time, and I was like, is he checking out? Is he walking me to the car to see what kind of a car I have? Being a gentleman. And at the time I was driving a purple Nissan Altima. And he literally took one look at my car and was like, okay, cool, see you later. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, bye. A week later, I get an offer to do Friends. But not only that, I had ordered and gotten a pink Thunderbird a Ford Thunderbird car. Do you know about my pink car?
You showed me a picture.
I
Yeah.
will.
We
We'll put
must
it up.
put one
We'll
up
put it up.
because it's
So
iconic.
I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I'm about to go do Friends. Like, Matthew is going
Mm-hmm.
to totally love my new pink Thunderbird.
Your pink car.
My pink car.
Yeah,
It was
like-
beautiful. And like, I was driving it onto the Warner Brothers lot, and I was like, he's about to eat crow. And he never got to see it.
Why?
And I was literally bummed. I don't know. It just worked out. It was like the Bulgari thing where I was like, look at my pink. Never
Never
got to see
never
it.
got to see it. Oh, okay. Well,
But now he knows the story.
yeah. We'll pop up a picture of your pink car because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we will.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite moment from season 1?
Okay. Well, I think we have a funny moment where we both, when we actually thought we nailed it for the first time, and we thought we were
my God.
amazing because we had a few false starts.
Listen, the first episode anyone saw or heard was maybe the third
Yeah.
that we shot.
Actually, I think the first one, I just sat there and listened to you for half an hour, and I was just like, oh my God, this is great. I was like, God, I better start talking.
It's scary. This is like harder to do than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
it is. It is.
When
There's
you're
a
the one
lot.
doing it, it's kind of easy to sit down and just answer questions like this. Thanks. We should do this
Yeah.
once a season.
But remember that we just thought we were amazing afterwards. We went for a bite to eat, and
Oh no, not just a bite to eat.
Oh,
Thank you very much. We went to not the White House
The
of
Dáil.
Ireland,
We went
the
to the
Dáil,
Dáil.
which is like the capital
yes,
of
well, where the government sits.
the government.
yeah,
We went to the government. That's where we got the government wine,
Mhm.
and we walked in there like we had won 100 Oscars, a couple of Nobel Peace Prizes. Like we were just
Beyonce. We were Beyonce.
we were 1,000
Yeah,
Beyonces.
for sure. But it was
Felt good.
but you know, I loved that was great because then I thought, okay, we're doing something, we're getting something,
It's feeling
it's
better.
feeling less clanky and whatever. But also, even when things didn't go well, we still like we came out the other side of it, like our divorce.
Our divorce episode.
Our divorce episode.
Oh, that's so
But
funny.
so I think even the bad things, they still turned into my favorite things because we kind of got past.
And we learned.
Yeah, we
There's
learned.
so much to learn.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn. We are only going to get better. That is our promise to you. Which brings us to
yeah.
from Vasos F, who he's a really vocal fan
Aw.
who likes our show. And he really loved your laughter yoga. I
Oh,
believe it was
yeah.
him. What is the secret behind our friendship? Therapy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. We did actually. Well, that's maybe because of the divorce episode. So the divorce episode is we didn't divorce. We did a show, and then we were a little bit. Well, we kind of fell out afterwards.
I didn't fall out. Catherine's Irish, so she thinks because there was like a little bit of conflict, she's like, well, that's it. The disagreement. So that means that our friendship is over.
It's off.
But I was just like, we were having creative differences. We were stressed. You had your new job. We didn't have a lot of time to prep for episodes.
We were hormonal. We were tired.
And you got to put in the hormonal part for us because when our hormones match up, that is particularly combustible.
Yeah, it's batten down the hatches.
But it feels like to me, when that's happening, I just feel like we're watching a movie of us, a scene of us having this experience. I don't take it to heart because I know they're not real. They're just feelings, and especially when you're passionate about something like we are about notions, TM, as if you're going to get into disagreements.
Yeah.
And was it the vinyl pants episode that we said that we should go to therapy together?
Yes, and we did.
And we did. The other day, Catherine and I had a therapy session together with my beloved Mara.
Mm-hmm.
And we just it was like a getting to know you session.
Yeah. It was. I've never done couples therapy or therapy before.
You have
so
now.
now I'm like doing it with you. But it was a getting to know you. It was funny. I didn't realize that everything I was saying was so exposing in some ways because she literally had me within a few minutes.
Yes, and we were just talking about the weather.
Shooting the breeze. And then she had it's as if she'd done a deep dive on me and then came back with a file. It was incredible, actually.
I watched her work like that with my parents as well when we were all going together to kind of help my brother. Toma said I could talk about this. And it was the same thing. I was like, gosh, is she ever going to get it started? And she's just asking them questions. Oh, just like, what do you think? Like, you seem like you're just shooting the breeze politely. And she got everything from that because she's been doing it so long.
She's adorable. She's
I
really
love her.
a guru. So it was funny. It was fun. And we're going to continue. Why not?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, because if we're going to work together, people in bands go to therapists.
yeah.
This is a relationship and it's a working relationship. So whatever you can do to help you navigate things.
New
Should we go with Shane and Owen as well? We're going to have a 4-session therapy so we all know how to talk to each other. Why can't we all use all the tools available to have the best relationships you can possibly have? We've all got crap inside of us.
Yeah.
And what I love about her as well is she's an addiction specialist.
True.
Everybody's got addictions, whether it's gambling or drinking or working or, I don't know.
There's loads of addictions.
There's a lot of them.
I'm actually just laughing about bringing the lads to
therapy.
Because we're like, stop sending such long text messages.
Well, I mean, no man wants that. No man wants that. I learned that when I used to do that to my producers.
So to answer that question, I would say that we have got better. The secret to our friendship is we've got better about saying things straight out.
Yeah.
The therapy definitely helped. I think it was a good stepping stone.
I love a mediator.
Yeah, it was good. And I think with you I can pretty much say most things to you, which is good.
Can.
Yeah, I can. Because I know you mightn't be delighted, but you will not take huge offense.
Oh, I might be completely annoyed. I will never be offended. I could be who isn't annoyed by not getting exactly what they want when they want it? I don't mind being annoyed, but that's mine. That's my annoyance to deal with, not yours. Do you know? It's okay for people to be annoyed as long as they understand that little butthurt feeling they have is theirs.
Yes.
You know, and that happens, and sometimes it needs a second.
Yeah.
You know?
So takes a little bit of work as well.
Yeah, I love being your friend, and I like this.
I love you too.
And I love being completely honest and working through stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I have a question here.
Oh.
Tell me one thing about the other that the audience doesn't know. And this is from Steve Mac 11.
Okay.
I mean, so one thing about the other that the audience doesn't know.
Should I go first?
Okay, go on.
Okay, we all know that I'm the hussy, right? In this little situation.
What you're gonna say now?
Catherine's the lady, right? Catherine keeps me elegant and ladylike. But who do you think between us has been arrested before?
Oh my god! I wasn't really arrested.
Oh, were you not? Okay.
Well, I was I was not expecting that. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Okay, there's context.
Oh, well, of course. I wasn't going to leave it there.
Oh my god, it was.
Was it a paddy wagon?
Well, no, it was like a group of friends, and we're all making too much noise outside someone's house, and the police were called. I can't believe you're landing me in this. And well, anyway, I got put into the back of a police car. So I wasn't really arrested, but yeah.
Well, I've never been in the back of a police car, ladies and gentlemen. So, just remember that.
Yeah, that is very funny. Oh my God. My answer is a lot more innocent. I'm like, what doesn't the audience know about you? And I was going to say, well, you're actually a really good cook.
Me?
You are.
Do you think I'm a good cook?
Yes, and a really good host. Really good.
My husband would not think I'm a good host. Do you know why?
Well, I know why, because it's lastminute.com.
I love lastminute.com.
Exactly. But then you just get everyone to come over and it's fun.
Yes.
And you're really good at cooking. You are.
I'm very
delicious
simple.
Food.
Do you think?
Yeah, really delicious.
My brother just passed out. He's like editing our clips, and he's just like, what?
No, you are. And actually, you're brilliant at just bringing people together and having a party.
I do love
zero
that.
notice. Zero, like poor Paddy last Friday, last Saturday.
Yeah.
He was like, hi, come on in. I didn't know this was happening until 3 minutes ago. So,
but then
fun.
If you plan, I feel like if you take too long to plan, and Europe is much more elegant and proper about this. Like people like to plan some time in advance. And I also like to do that. You also have to do that. But in LA, you hang out almost every day. You just come over.
Yeah.
There's something in the house or there's nothing in the house. You'll order, you won't order. You'll have water. But it's about hanging out together.
Yeah, yeah.
It isn't about the pomp and circumstance of like the
table setting.
That happens too, but there's just so much more of the other thing. And I feel like everybody's so busy all the time. And the idea of planning 6 weeks ahead who knows what'll happen by then?
It's hard to get people. Yeah. No, I like the way you do that. So
thank you, Patty. Did you hear that?
Have you any more questions?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Go on, then.
I have one from a Guinevere Van Seenus in New York City asking, why are we so awesome? That's what I was saying is because we reflect you and all our beautiful people who are interacting with us. We're really lucky that anyone at all tunes in.
We are.
You just never know.
Yeah. Like anyone that isn't related to us, that's a bonus.
I think they're
amazing.
Listening the least. Actually.
Yeah,
we already know them.
They hear enough of us. They're like, oh, stop. Yeah, she is awesome. We're just trying to kind of be more like her.
Seriously.
Yeah, she's so cool.
I love her. She's an artist. She's a supermodel, and she will be on Notions.
And a supermodel that does DIY, like with actual tools.
With her bare hands, she is renovating a house in upstate New York. Yeah. Bare hands, even fingers to the nub,
with like
tiling, painting, like those toxic paints with the
paint,
with the gloss.
Yeah, crazy.
And gardening. She's stunning, and a piece of artwork.
Yeah, I know.
That's Guinevere.
Yeah,
okay.
She's awesome. Here's one here. Oh, hello there. Love this. How did you come to starting this podcast? From F. Buckley, wherever that is.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Okay.
Oh, how do we start? Well, kind of in my kitchen a little bit, that we're always chatting. Charlie, always chatting. Charlie popped into the kitchen and went, oh my God, are you guys still talking? And left. And then you did actually leave. And then he came back down. He goes, God, you know what? You two should just do a podcast or something. And then he just left the room again.
He dropped the mic.
And in the background, I was preparing for my NCAD college course. And
Which is what?
Oh, so it was in the National College of Art and Design. I did a professional diploma in communications.
Ooh la la.
Oh, la la, very fancy. So for the end capstone project, which was a big project, I had to do something, a way of communicating fashion.
Like a final exam.
A final exam, event. You could do a publication. I had already done fashion shows, pop-up shops, different things like that. And I wanted to do something different. And Charlie planted the seed of the podcast. And then I rang you and said, did I leave a voicemail?
You were like, yeah, you left a voice note. You were like, hey, I got to go. But Charlie says we should do a podcast because we never stopped talking. The end. And then you had funerals galore.
I had to go to some funerals.
Yes.
And then I came back.
And I went.
And you went completely Hollywood.
I went full-blown Hollywood and Catherine. You thought we were going to have what?
Oh, I thought we were going to be in the corner of my kitchen with maybe like my laptop popped up and do a Zoom call and maybe use 2 fake karaoke mics. And instead you got Steve, the producer, you got Shane, you got Owen, you got a studio.
I had Tomo from Earth, my brother, create our catchy Notion song.
Music.
I did a preview.
Yes.
The whole like, hello, Ireland and the world. I did that whole thing before we even had something, as if these were topics we were going to talk about.
And I was like, no. That is not what I planned. It's a small college project. This is not Hollywood. This is not a TV show.
And I said, oh, yes, it is. I was like, it has to be a TV show and it has to have cameras.
And I just had to go with it. There's no stopping you. You were like a bulldozer. You were like...
I am a bulldozer. It's something I have to work on.
It was fun.
Yeah.
But it was actually really funny because I was like, the most I've done is left a voice note on a WhatsApp message.
And then it was like
cameras and microphones and anyway.
I really wanted to do it with you though. Like to be fair, once that idea came into my mind, I wanted us to do it, but I was doing it. I was like, how have we not thought of this? Because I want to be close to my family. I don't want to necessarily have to drop everything.
Sure.
the moment I get an offer to do something and I go across the world and be away from my family. I
For a
love
few
that we can do
weeks
this.
at a time.
It-
Yeah.
Months
even.
even. Do you know? So I love that this is nearby. I think that we have something to say. I love the idea of being so honest and authentic as much as I can be. I just want to, I want to leave it all out there. And I want to be represented. I want to represent women like us, whatever
sure.
that is, whoever that is. Or men who like it. We have quite a few male fans, which
We
is like
do.
really interesting. And I'm like, we love you too.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you know? Whatever. Like help each other. I love it.
The guy that does the laughter yoga.
My friend Craig
Yeah.
Schumacher.
I know.
He
How
reached out. He's
random.
like, "Oh my God, your partner in the laughter yoga. That is my whole jam. I've been doing this
That
for
is
10
so
years."
funny.
And he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people,
So, yeah.
we're touching. We're touching people out there somewhere.
Not in a creepy way, just in a nice way.
Well, how, depends on the day.
So that is kind of how it came about, actually. Like,
Mhm.
we did let's say the trial one for my college course. And then I actually said, okay, let's do it again. And this time I won't look at the cards and the questions. And Shane was like, no, you have it. Just keep going.
We
And then
got
we
it.
just kept going. That was it, really.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was
it.
you. You were there, right,
Yeah.
Shane, in our maiden
Shane
voyage?
told us to keep going. And I was like,
Oh.
okay. We're shooting the breeze.
He was right, though, because you can't recreate it. Because even when we've
No.
tried in times, those were some of the failed
Yes.
shows we had.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So true. Do you have any more questions?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Advice to our younger selves from
Oh.
Ava McKeown. Is that how you say it?
Advice that we would give ourselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
advice to our younger
Oh,
selves.
okay. Oh, God. Where do you start? Where do you stop? I would say for me, and it's actually this too shall pass. Tom Hanks says that.
Mhm.
Like, don't worry
Sweat
about it. Don't sweat it. Tomorrow will be a better day. It doesn't matter. Get on with it. Keep going forward. And if people don't like you or if something isn't working out, it's okay. It's
What's
okay.
that? What's that saying? Their rejection is God's protection.
Oh, yeah. Rejection is a form of protection.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What would you say to your younger self?
It's so funny because originally I read this question differently, like, what would advice to our younger selves? And then I thought, I really love where my life ended up so much because I thought, like, what would I change about myself? And I had so many terrible relationships, which you can't believe the amount of terrible relationships I had given how much I lucked out with this beautiful marriage with my beautiful husband and my beautiful family. It is what it is.
True.
But if you saw my old relationships,
Car crashes.
I was just so much more dysfunctional, and there's just so much that I learned. And I really, one of my exes, was doing blow on Tuesdays. Do you know, like, that is so not a me,
No.
God bless him. But I needed each and every one of those experiences I had in my past to get me here. So I guess also know that everything you're going through, which is kind of like what you said, everything you're going through is going for the greatest good, and just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep swimming, which is,
swimming. I love
which
that.
is easy for a bulldozer to say, right?
You just keep bulldozing through brick walls and
I have a
everything.
question
Okay, go
here
on.
as well. It says, will you please, for the love of God, stop interrupting? This is for you probably. From Tomo Milicevic, my brother.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yes, I will. My whole focus for season 2 is to chill the F out. I'm such a spaz. I don't understand, but I get so excited. But looking back at some of the episodes or trying to clip them out, I cringe so hard. Some I can't even listen to. I was like, would I not let this beautiful person speak? Like, I'm not that funny.
I think you have a lot to say and you're very excited.
I am very excited.
And I think I'm incredibly patient.
You are so
I'm joking.
patient.
I'm
Thank God.
joking.
You
No, I'm
are.
joking.
You
But
are.
you
Thank
have a lot to say, and I think you're like, we have an hour. I have to get in as much as possible. I think you're wonderful.
Well,
You're
I'm
great.
going to just keep getting better.
I think you're great. I think Tomo needs to
No, Tom was right.
not worry about it.
Tom was right. I love you.
Tomo's awesome.
Mhm.
That is very funny that he said that. Okay, so I was thinking, should we do what are we wearing?
And why are we wearing
What
it?
are we wearing? And why are we wearing it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are, I wish I could say it's head to toe. It is not head to toe. I have one piece on. But it's the Chanel episode.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we've little Chanel bits dotted around.
Exactly. I love Chanel so much. I have never personally ever bought anything from the Chanel boutique. Like going in brand new, buying anything. I've always bought it. LA has so many beautiful, secondhand stores. I bought this little blue Chanel jacket. I want to say at least like in 2011 or 10. So that's what, 15 years ago?
It's beautiful.
It was old then.
Yeah. Doesn't look it.
Well, that's the thing. That's the difference between like even the way things are made today and even the fast fashion and everything. Like it is an investment piece. And listen, I bought it for a fifth of the cost of what it would have been.
Sure.
So you can just like shop around. Did you know? You didn't know this.
No, I did not. I know what you're
You know exactly what I'm going to say, right? You didn't know this before I told you. These Chanel jackets, like these old ones, each one, because they are intended to be worn and even passed down, they have in the seams room to be up to 2 sizes bigger. So like when you become a granny,
I know.
and you should be thicker when you're a granny to give better hugs, these can grow with you.
Cozy hugs. Yeah, we'll be chic grannies in our Chanel jackets.
That is the plan.
We'll be rocking around the nursing home, clacking around the nursing home in our little Chanel jackets.
That is the plan.
But
Together.
I love yours. Together. It's beautiful.
Thank
I love
you.
the buttons on it as well.
Yeah,
and
I love
it's very
this
subtle.
I love this. I'm kind of wearing a more classic Chanel look with my navy blue. Also, we've been asked to please describe more what we're wearing. So I'm wearing like a navy blue, what is that, 3/4 sleeve little jacket with like a little military collar, little silver buttons.
Beautiful buttons.
Kind of tight and
Boucle.
cute. Always boucle. And it's like navies and blue. So funny given my disdain for blue lately. But I absolutely
It's gorgeous.
love it. And I'm kind of wearing it with, what is this? This is a Stella McCartney little skater dress, also navy blue, and YSL thigh-high boots. And as I was getting dressed today, it's almost July, I realized this is a fall outfit. But it is kind of like it's classic E-ish Chanel look, whereas you, of course, went kind of rock star with it a little bit. I love it. Tell me about yours.
This is a cardigan or cardi. It's a little Chanel cardigan that I got in the store in Dublin many, many years ago as well. And it also has the little buttons on, very subtle kind of gunmetal buttons.
Yes.
And I actually did not plan on buying it. I went into the store.
That is so hot. Can you imagine walking into the Chanel boutique and be like, oh, I'll just, I know that's not always you.
No,
This was
not.
during
It's
shoe
not
shop
all-
times.
yes.
It was a very moment in your life where you could do that.
Yeah, I had no children that I had to give all my money to. So yeah, I just saw it and I just thought it was gorgeous. And it was a little bit different. It's not your usual Chanel boucle cardigan and type thing. It's kind of woven. But I wear it don't wear it all the
wear it a
time,
lot.
But I wear it a lot during the summer. I throw it on at nighttime.
Well, heaven knows those holes aren't going to keep you warm.
No, they're not actually. But also, funny enough, look, the length of the sleeve is the same.
We love a little, that's that young, fresh.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember we went to London and we went to the Chanel store and it was like a fortress.
We couldn't get in. We walked in. Like normal people, they're like, do you have an appointment? We're like, no.
I think there was more security guards in that shop than there were handbags.
It was really
crazy.
It was intense.
Yeah, and I remember, like, you nearly have to be telepathic. I was like, "Can I look at that bag? Can someone show me that bag?"
And they're like, "No. You
have an appointment.
Well, you shouldn't even be here.
Yeah,
who let you in?"
I know. We snuck in. I think we snuck in. But in Dublin, it's not like that. You can just walk into the store very easy. Maybe that's why it's easier. I don't know, to pick up stuff in Dublin. I'm not sure. Anything I bought in Dublin because I didn't have an appointment.
And it's probably cheaper here than it is in America because then we're not paying that. Well, especially now with the duties and everything. But so maybe that's also a lucky thing.
I've also sold a Chanel bag. I sold it on the Real.
And you regret it.
I do. Actually,
was it another black one?
You know what? Advice to my younger self: do not sell a Chanel handbag. It'll always come in handy.
Exactly.
That I'm gonna. Take
no
that
pun
back.
intended.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I should not have sold that. What was I thinking?
I sold one that I bought on the Real because I want the first classic one because the original 255 size 266 Chanel bag, black, red interior.
My one.
Your one. In America, they're called the reissue bags. But they're the perfect size. They've got the little lipstick holder with the Mademoiselle clasp. I just think that is like the greatest bag, and I'm going to get another one.
You borrowed it for a while from me, and
I
you
did,
loved
and I
it.
loved it.
That's actually a good thing to do, because they are an investment and crazy expensive. Good
Yeah.
to kind of try one out and borrow one for a while.
Oh, if anyone, but you were just so kind to part with it. I don't know who I would. I would only maybe lend it to you because
Well,
you're
I
so good
knew
with it.
you'd mind.
I
you'd
did mind it,
it.
but I used it all the time, like the whole
Yeah.
trip. But it was fine. Like
was
it's also it's made well. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
They're made well.
nothing happened to it.
Charlie gave me a Chanel necklace the night before we got married, and the two C's intertwined. And as
Charlie and Catherine.
Charlie and Catherine, so it's kind of his fault that I love Chanel so much.
Was that your first little piece of Chanel?
No, I had other little. Oh, maybe it was.
Oh, Charlie.
Well,
so it's
yeah,
Charlie's fault.
It is Charlie's fault. So he can never kind of give out to me if he notices more Chanel creeping in. I'm like, I had to. Two C's intertwined.
Are we excited? Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt.
no, tell me.
Are we excited about Blase? Matthew Blase, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Who used to design for Bottega Veneta.
Exactly.
Who is now going to be taking over Chanel.
Can't wait.
I'm really excited about that. And then in 10, 15 years when I can buy something that he designed at secondhand stores.
Yeah.
Unless this podcast takes off. And they're like, we're not supporting and funding your Chanel addictions, ladies.
Exactly. You're right. That will be exciting.
I'm really excited to see what he does. And I'm also excited about this last season that was no designer, no one at the helm, or what do they call them? It's
well,
not, they're not called designer.
Director.
Creative director.
Yeah.
No
or
creative director.
Artistic director, maybe? I'm not sure. Either.
Whatever they're called, the head of the design situation, they didn't have one. So the ateliers
I know.
did a line, and they're such classic Chanel pieces, which is my jam, because I don't like them when they go too crazy.
I know. Sometimes they go
I don't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
To be buying neon.
Well, you probably
Chanel
would buy
bags.
the neon one.
I will carry one if somebody gives me one, but
No, it's a hard thing to invest in, and then maybe it's the other one. True, but you're right. They're real craftsmen, like people who've been working for years, knew how to make the beautiful jackets and design.
What it is.
They
It's
were
gorgeous.
the real
and it's
deal.
Like black and white, and just
Classic.
if you guys like this kind of stuff, take a look at this last season.
Yeah, it's very classic.
Yeah.
True.
And thank you, Charlie, for getting Catherine into Chanel. I love
totally
it.
his fault. Yeah.
Speaking of husbands.
Oh yes. Okay. Outfits our husbands hate. Okay, you go first. You go first. Tell me, what did Patty hate this time?
This time. Okay, so I have this Ulla Johnson dress that I saw her wearing on a cover, looking long hair, looking fabulous on a cover like this, and I was like, that could be me. And would you believe that they had it at the store, and I bought it, and the problem is, we'll put it up here. It's like very, very long, but the colors I think are just, they really washed me out.
What
It's
color
like
are they?
very pale pink, very pale blue, very pale. I don't know, just pale, pale, pale. And it's silk and it's beautiful, but it doesn't do me any favors whatsoever.
I don't usually see you wear those colors, to be fair. And, there is sometimes something on the front cover of a magazine looks beautiful and photographs wonderfully, but sometimes it's not
It
as
does
wearable.
not translate.
I know.
It does not translate.
But I
And
love that
Patty
you
thinks I
thought
look like
it
a
did.
grandma. Pardon?
Oh, I love that you were like, oh, she looks good on the front cover of that magazine.
That could be me.
That's me. That is me. That is me. I love that.
I know.
But Patty
It was
thinks you
not.
look like what, a grandma?
He thinks
Granny
I look like
chic?
a granny. Not granny chic.
Oh, not
either.
granny
He
chic.
hates it.
Oh,
Every time I wear it, I'm like, and he's like, ugh, that again. He doesn't like it. I think I'm going to sell it.
or put a belt with it, or no.
Listen, I'm sure somebody can style it properly, but it's also how you wear these long peasant girl or prairie girl dresses here. It's never warm enough to wear them,
No.
just with a flip flop and sunglasses and like a little sun hat. It's
You
just a
need
different
LA
vibe.
weather for that.
You do.
Yeah.
So
So my outfit Charlie hates is, it's actually, it is bad. I kind of agree with him now, but I'll still wear it. I don't really care. So my birthday last year, we were going for breakfast, and I put on this ensemble, a matching top and bottoms, and we'll pop up a picture because it's pretty shocking. I'm not even going to do it justice by describing it, but it's basically like a champagne-y color with like leopards and flowers and stuff on it.
I know it. I love it. It is like, those like, they kind of look like wear them out pajamas.
Oh, This is exactly what he said. We walked up the road, walked up the street to the little place where we were having breakfast, and he didn't speak to me the whole way up. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's my birthday. He's not being particularly nice to me this morning." And then we sat down, and he was like, "See, they all think it too. They all think it too." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "They think you're wearing your pajamas." And I was like, "I am not wearing my pajamas."
But did you not wear a heel?
I had my Hermes orange sandals on, so
Excuse
I
you,
was
Charlie.
exactly. He didn't even pick up on that one. But
He will not be taking over for the House of
no,
Chanel.
he will not.
He will not be the
no
artistic
clue.
director.
But he just burst out laughing. He basically couldn't even eat his breakfast, and he actually, I think he said something like I looked as if I was walking around a retirement home in Florida. I was like, it's not that bad. So
No,
yeah.
it's super chic.
It's
But I can see that
I
again.
can
It's one of those
see-
fashiony
yeah.
outfits the husbands are like,
Yeah,
why aren't you wearing Hervé Leger?
exactly. To breakfast.
That's
Yeah.
all they care about.
So that was so he doesn't. I'll still wear it. I don't care. It's nice and it's elasticated waist. It's perfect for holidays. Like he's wrong, but I do see where he's coming from. It does have a little sniff of kind of the Golden Girls about it.
Golden
Bit of,
Girls. Who wouldn't
what
want to
was
look
her
like the
name?
Golden? Betty White?
And I have her hair. I have her
love it.
matching hair as well.
I love the Golden Girls.
So, yeah,
I would
so-
love that redone again. They were our
Oh,
age.
I loved that. Yes, that's true. 'cause
They
I
were
see,
our
yes,
age. Teenage
Yes.
women
yeah, in their
in
50s.
their
I'm not
50s.
quite 50
But
yet,
you're in that decade.
Yeah, I'm still hanging on.
Yeah, hang
But
on.
you're right because I see memes pop up on Instagram and they were 50. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's funny. Let's not go with their fashion sense, but let's be as wild.
They
as
were
them.
super
They were
fashion, but it was the 80s. So they were rocking that stuff.
that stuff. Yeah, yeah. I would have fit right in with my little matching shiny outfit.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that I am very excited about an artist coming to Dublin.
You did mention this to me.
Okay, so Dita Von Teese
Mm.
is coming to do a cabaret show at the Board Gosh
Theater.
in Dublin.
Mhm.
She's also going to be in the UK because I know we have a lot of UK
Yeah.
listeners too. I think she's in Manchester and UK
one.
before coming. I want to say February 8th,
Oh yeah.
whatever it is. We'll put up the correct date. February 8th, Board Gosh Theater. She is incredible. I met her
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago in my apartment.
Oh no way. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh cool. So you really have
So
met her.
I
Yeah.
either because I used to be roommates with Shalom, right?
Yeah.
And
Shalom,
she was dating
the
Peter
model.
Skarsgård, or Dita was dating Peter Skarsgård. Anyway, she was introduced to me as Heather,
Oh.
the fan
Dita,
dancer. Like
okay.
none of the regalia,
Yeah.
none of the. I mean, not that
Amazing.
Dita Von Teese walks around with
Sure.
feathers. I mean, I would with that body, but she doesn't. And whatever, I just met Heather, and she's a fan dancer, and I thought that's interesting. And I went about my business and, didn't see her again. Cut to one day, I go to a Pussycat doll show because they're LA based. And again, this is just things that we would do on a Tuesday night, right?
Cash.
And there she is, Dita. And Shalom was like, no, that's Heather. And I was like, excuse me, what? Like in her bejeweled breastises and her feathers, swimming around in a giant champagne glass, like like when they used to be like a little half circle, doing the most beautiful burlesque show.
Yeah.
And I think like what RuPaul did for drag queens, I think that she brought burlesque back to whatever degree it's
Cool.
back.
Yeah.
And she's also got a show, I think, right now in Vegas where she is in the old burlesque,
Oh my God.
like a showgirl theater doing a show. But what got me really, really into her was one time I was flying somewhere and I saw a half-hour documentary on her.
Okay.
And she was talking about how this thing really stuck out. Talking about how so much emphasis is put on natural beauties, like natural beauties, girls that look beautiful right out of the pool, right out of the shower, right when they wake up in the morning. I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, every woman's not a natural beauty, but it is incredible. She's like, I don't think a natural beauty, but look at what I can do look at what I and women can do with makeup and hair and clothes and how they carry
posture.
themselves and their posture. Because she's a ballerina. Like I think she
Okay.
started that
Trained
way with
ballerina,
dance.
okay.
And she is stunning. And I thought she is 100% correct. It is so much about what you do with yourself. I don't care what you look like. You know, should you choose to present yourself a certain way in the world, anyone can do something.
Yeah, true. And if she's puts her mind to it, and
Yeah, it really
wow.
blew my mind because she's right. It was a very thing. Like you even see
Yeah.
it now in beautiful natural beauty. First of all, very few natural beauties these days.
Exactly.
You know,
We all need a bit of help for
speaking
sure.
of my hair.
Oh yeah, the hair is good. I love this.
I'm in my
How did
mermaid
it grow
era.
so long, so quickly.
Oh, my hair,
Yeah.
ladies. I feel really gorgeous because I went and got extensions because I got sick of looking at all you beautiful Irish mermaids. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to enter my mermaid era myself. And do you know what? It gave me a lot of confidence and I feel like I look younger.
I think you do. I think it's really amazing.
So, full disclosure, my hair did not grow. It won't grow this long or this thick.
It's fab.
Thank you.
But it's a simple little thing that little extensions, pop them in, and then you feel fabulous and look fabulous and get on with your life in a better way. It's great.
It's like follicular Botox.
But even when I even get my hair done, I feel great. It's amazing the boost it can give you.
Basically,
and I have long enough hair or whatever.
Yeah.
But even just a little brightening up, and I'm like,
Zhuzh.
that I feel a little bit better. You know, for sure. We all need little pick-me-ups like that.
I agree. And that's basically what Dita said. So I'm dying. I've written her letters. I have no idea. I have, because I'd really like for her to come on to Notions.
Okay, great.
Because she is full of notions.
Yeah.
She's very welcome here. Because when she comes here, I don't know. I've got it out to some people.
Let's go to her show anyway.
We're for sure going to the show. Who wants to come?
Do we dress up?
Fuck yes, we dress up. I mean, this could be a time for latex.
Oh gosh, yeah, we got the latex out.
And exactly, and our boys, and it'll be winter, so I won't have to be wearing latex in the daytime.
Yeah, in broad daylight, nude latex in broad daylight, which in itself is a thing.
Yeah, beautiful, Catherine.
Yes.
Let's end with what's good, what's hard.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I don't mind. Do you want to start?
I don't mind starting.
Okay.
So, what's good? I really love doing this podcast. I am so charged up to do this. I really like it. And I'm so happy to have this. And I'm so happy that, we've got family that's supportive of it, and people
Shane
who are
and Owen.
tuning in, and Shane and Owen, obviously, and people who are actually tuning in. Steve.
We wouldn't be here without Steve.
We would not be here.
No.
We would have never
literally putting us up on Acast. We would not be here.
Thank you, Acast.
Yeah. And Steve.
Yes.
Mainly Steve.
And our families who allow it, everything. And what's hard is, this is really hard to do.
Yeah, it is hard.
To really do it correctly, but we've gotten professional. We've got these hot ass pink cards. Thank you, Catherine, for making that happen.
I cycled down to the printer yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
He was like, "Well, I put them in the car for you." I was like, "No, I have my bike." And he's like,
"You're so pure. I love it."
Well, the traffic was so bad. I was like, "I'll just go on my bike."
Yeah.
Yeah, they are cute. I love them. And we're going to have some little mugs next week.
Get excited.
All the stuff.
So professional.
So yeah, your hard thing is, it is. It's not so easy to pull this together.
And looking at the things that are bad about it, like the things that I don't like how they turned out, I literally cringe. And I'm like, I can't even look at this anymore. It's really... Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to get it how you want it. It's hard to, you have an idea of what you'd like to do and say, and then you get here and you're like, ribbit.
Yeah, I know, crickets. Yeah. I couldn't look at myself for the first few. And then I was like, oh, for God's sake, just get over it. Just move on.
Yeah.
Just don't be so critical. It actually helped me not to be so critical in some ways, not
keep moving.
Keep moving.
You
for God's
can't
sake.
stay stuck.
And you know what Charlie said? That we've actually done it. A lot of people probably talk about doing one, and so we should be quite proud of ourselves that we've actually done it. Yeah, and maybe progressed from my idea, which was my kitchen and a Zoom call.
I can't. Yeah, and like, your children's karaoke mics.
I'm like, there was nothing wrong with that idea.
No. Once you said pod, I was like, television,
show, cameras, producer. So for me, what's good, what's hard? Hard. I will say. The kids are off school and I am balancing my new job, and normally my kids come home at 5 and they're here all day, so I have to entertain them. And now I've sent them to camps and Irish college. I have outsourced it. But that's kind of hard, that balance of just being a mom, working, doing this. And I think the secret is to ask for a bit of help. Like,
Oh yeah, I love asking
yeah,
for help.
ask for help because you can't do it all yourself.
You
And if you
can't.
do, you'll crack up. So I've learned to be better at asking for help and kind of not every day they're going to be entertained and have the best day of their lives. They have a pretty good life anyway.
It's
So
okay to be bored.
it's okay to
The
be
children
bored.
can be bored.
You make a very good point there because actually you're right. We were bored when we were younger. It didn't do
Bored
us any harm.
and then we made plays and
I know.
created forts and all sorts of
Exactly.
things. So bored is okay.
Yeah. But one day I was in my office and I opened the door and Jane was standing outside going, Mom, I thought you were never going to stop talking because I was on a Zoom call. And I was like, she was just waiting for me, kind of like entertain me. And I was like, Jane. So I sent them off out, just out, go out, walk.
Out.
Walk.
And they're allowed to walk and go to the...
Go walk the dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my dog, the neighbor's dog. So that was, the balance, getting the balance right. I'll never get it right. And then when I think I have it right, it all falls apart. So don't get cocky either.
Yeah. I think it's more of a seesaw than a balance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is seesaw. You're right.
It's like...
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah, good is doing the podcast. It's good. And I'm happy because it's completely out of my comfort zone. Like, let's be real here.
You're really good at it.
Well, I'm enjoying it. I was going to say enjoying it more, enjoying it. No, so the challenge has been good and it's completely out of my comfort zone, but it is, I feel like, for example, this time last year, I'm doing so much more this year and kind of moving forward and growing and learning. So every day is a school day.
Yeah.
And so that's good. Yeah.
It is.
So that's I'd say that's what's good.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love doing this with you. And I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for taking care of us
and our new
and
studio.
keeping us pretty. And also thank you for everybody who says we look good. Please know that they zhuzh us up a little bit in post.
Hopefully.
Okay? This is not raw footage, what you're seeing. And thank you to Owen for that. Yeah. They just otherwise we'd have them slap Vaseline on the lenses. Like and subscribe. We really enjoyed the questions, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We enjoyed the questions. So always ask us questions. Reach out. If you don't like something, somebody on YouTube was like, oh my God, stop talking over each other. I wrote back to her and I was like, you are so correct. And I'm really going to work on that. And I was like, and boy, they get worse before they get better. So.
And actually people have sent in topics for us to talk about. So we'll do that too. So.
More sex. Just kidding. That was...
So we'll tackle that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that comes our way, we'll give
we
a
have
shot.
some exciting guests. We're not even going to tell
we
you.
do.
Oh, and we'll take a little tiny break while we maybe
Reassemble.
load up some more episodes.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then we'll see you soon.
Yay!
Absolute emotions.